completely in the middle of the game.
You gotta take a break every now and
Chris
again.
loves to talk, though. I doubt that's gonna happen.
I like to do a lot of other things too.
Right, well, we are in the draft.
Alrighty, let's
see
do
who's
it.
getting banned here first. Maybe we'll see some AP Corky or Jinx bans here.
Well, there's definitely a lack of Manslayer going on, so it's safe to say that Shyvana, Riven, and Gnar will be on the table.
Yeah,
So.
that is always something to look out for.
And we got Master Yi, that's a new one. Oh, actually, they're taking out Zayler. I see what's going on.
Yeah, Zayler has been doing quite a bit. He actually beat Manslayer one of those games,
Really?
I think, if I remember it.
He does
he
work with that thing.
Yeah, he didn't win lane, but he definitely won the game, so...
Tying lane against Manslayer is winning inside.
Yeah.
So.
Mastery Tristana Nidalee bans.
Okay, well, Nidalee just an OP champion, so there's no surprise there.
Mastery likely directed at Zayler the Emperor.
I would hope so. Definitely not banning Master Yi on his overpoweredness. But, Tristana, however, is banned for precisely that reason, and Morgana will follow suit here.
I've noticed recently Morgana's ban rate is actually going down.
Really? From
been-
100% to 99?
Yeah, something like that. No, I think it's gone down to about 85%, which
Okay,
is
not
still
bad.
which is still pretty high. But I've actually gotten her twice.
I think it's
today,
just
I think.
because there are so many other options now.
Yeah,
But-
people are Vizier because they haven't played against him, and everyone's freaking out about Yasuo and Tristana and
Yeah.
Nidalee. Here's
Yeah.
Morgana bans happen
The
sometimes.
triple collide. All just ran into each other.
I'm fine with letting you guys talk. I'll just do the
There's-
play-by-play.
Dude, there's not much room in here. You can
I
me to
think
scoot over a
we need a little light or like a buzzer or something
something, dude.
before we're gonna talk. Maybe I'll code something up for us.
Yasuo banned away. And the Alistar. Not gonna see a support Alistar or a top Alistar. Why
Interesting.
try up to pick?
I don't know about the support Alistar ban. Like, he's played a lot in Worlds right now because they're on that old patch, I think, where the W auto is still there. But obviously not the case right now, so I don't know. Anywho, why I try doing some
Thresh,
thinking.
maybe? Thresh is up. I think he likes Thresh a lot. Maybe.
Oh, Morgana ban was going after his mid Morgana, actually, now that I think of it, because he does play a lot of that. But, anywho.
Good.
I-
Lee Sin picked away.
That's interesting.
Might not be for why I
That
try.
seems
Yeah, we didn't like good.
kind of a low priority first pick, but you know.
Yeah, he's definitely not as contested as he used to be.
Yeah.
Mr. Fuffles insta-locks in Teemo.
Also a very contested pick, obviously.
Weird.
Yeah. You gotta
So-
get Teemo right away, otherwise you're just gonna
You
lose.
can't let the other team have him, or it's just GG at that point. So,
Yeah.
so I don't know. This is definitely an interesting champion select so far. Your typical like go-to champs like Maokai and Rise, I guess, are kind of on hold here for a
Maybe
couple.
we might see a
special
Warwick here.
picks. The dog.
And what's surprising me is that mid Hecarim and top Heimer haven't been picked yet. I mean,
Yeah, I'm kind of confused as to that as well.
Yeah, what's going
He's
on
got to
here?
think. I mean, if they want to lose, that's fine with me, but I don't know. Anywho,
Example,
Syndra.
locking in the Kazakhs.
and then Syndra will come right after. Now we're getting serious.
Slaying shot
Yeah.
insta-locking in the Syndra.
So are we assuming Teemo top lane?
I don't know where else that guy would go.
I mean, you'd go mid, but I think against Syndra, you're definitely not going to want to do that.
Yeah, that would not be a fun time.
Syndra is one of those champions I don't really like dealing with her, regardless of me having a counter pick or not. Yasuo is good against her, but he's banned out.
Nothing really beats Syndra. She just has so much damage potential in lane.
And she's so far range. And
That too. And we have Riven, so we actually still are kind of confused as to the mid-top scenario.
Yeah.
Scotty Smalls, going with Graves. How do you feel about Graves, Chris Hansen?
I mean, if anyone's going to try to make Graves work, it's going to be me, and I haven't been able to, so good luck with that guy.
Shava Ron did make him work during the preseason a little bit. I mean, he didn't do amazingly, but he did you know,
Right.
formidably. So.
I know that the builds that a lot of Graves are doing is the IE Ghostblade action.
Mhm.
So let's see if that's what Scotty decides to go with here. I don't know.
I don't know.
The Emperor goes with Thresh and makes sure spreading with the Riven.
Graves just kind of feels like Lucian Light to me, so that's why I don't like it so much. But
Yeah, I don't know.
Holy cow! Gotta
better.
take his chance at Blitzcrank now.
Yeah, someone, I forgot who it was, like Devin Senpai, I think, just went off on that guy. And just completely carried his bot lane. I think it was last game when I was on Cho. Oh my gosh, my Cho! I'm inspiring people. Not like I did a good job on him, but still.
I'm thinking this is probably not going to be. Well, you know, maybe it is another top Cho, and we'll have Lee in the jungle.
It's actually going to Why I Try. I just got a little sneak peek via instant messaging.
Oh boy.
So that is getting swapped to Why I Try.
This is collusion.
Oh no.
Makes Python with the last pick of the draft. Looks
Huh.
like they need an AD carry.
Last but not least, let's see what they go with here.
Unless they have the Teemo AD carry.
That would be interesting.
Oh, we didn't think of that one.
And then the Thresh jungle.
It all makes sense now.
Now,
Okay.
Okay.
and
Now
There-
we're back to reality. You guys
Alrighty.
in the AD carry position.
Interesting that Holy Cow's not the one on Vayne this time, because that's what he's been sporting the last couple games and putting up a decent showing on it as well.
gonna go with Graves.
Yeah, so we got a Graves versus Vayne matchup here.
I think Vayne in this matchup is a lot better.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say that she's better in the early game. She obviously scales better, but I feel like Vayne Thresh definitely beats Blitz.
Yeah, I think
It's-
by like level 5-ish or so, Vayne's gonna be out trading Graves regardless of.
Yeah. And Blitzcrank is just
Play.
very weak in lane unless he gets a couple cheesy hooks in there, so.
Yeah, especially he has such a huge mana cost in that.
It's
so
ridiculous. You have two, and then you're sitting there for another minute
It's a
or
little
two.
better than it used to be,
Yeah.
but it's still not quite.
It's definitely a weaker champion numbers-wise. It's just a matter of can you land hooks.
Yeah.
But, so we are now in the countdown, where summoner spells are now
Revealed.
revealed to the public
So it does look like we do have Cho'Gath top again.
with the TPs, and he is against an Igniter, whether that be Riven or Teemo.
And I mean, Ion is the better call here. I think it might solve some problems earlier because you went Ignite last round, right?
That was an accident? No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I might have, yeah. But I expected to go mid, that was why. And then my Vlad did a little bait and switch on me, so.
Oh, I do see where that would be.
Yeah.
Ignite, but yeah, I think definitely if he is going top, teleport's going to be a lot more beneficial.
Absolutely. That'll give him a little more survivability against probably what's going to be a Teemo.
Yeah.
He definitely anticipated the Teemo, because Cho is definitely one of the more common picks in response to the devil that is Teemo. Because he has that sustain going on. I'll probably start Flask too.
It seems like a lot of experience against Teemo. A lot more than I would have.
I
He's
mean,
not a champion I ever see.
you got to keep your eye out for him.
Yeah.
Every now and again, he just comes out of nowhere and just gives you a beating.
So, what do you guys would think about if Teemo's going top? What do you think of a potential mid matchup of Syndra and Riven?
Huh. So, yeah, it's definitely something you don't see every day.
At least
I mean,
not since the shield nerfs to Riven. Riven mid used to be somewhat popular, mostly because of Faker.
Yeah. She's just
Yeah.
not nearly what she used to be. I don't know. I don't see how Riven can really, unless outside of being a manslayer, I'm not sure what she can really do here. Cinder just has such a range advantage. Like maybe at 6, there's probably going to be a kill though. That lane is going to be very volatile. Just so much damage on both sides.
Yeah, someone's gonna die, and I mean, Riven does have the potential to all in Syndra, and if she does get closest, that's gonna be really hard for Syndra to fight back.
Yeah.
But other than that, Syndra's just gonna completely be able to harass her, free farm, do whatever else in lane. So
And one thing that'll be interesting to see is whether or not Syndra decides to go with the Seeker's Arm Guard instead of the common Athenes for the overall like late game utility action, because she's going to be getting ganked by a physical damage Kha'Zix as well as the Riven that she's against. So
I
it
don't
wouldn't
think
hurt to have some armor.
I don't know if that's a great idea because
Really?
I think she's gonna die regardless. If Kha'Zix and Riven are able to get into her, and she's not able to just push them back immediately and maybe flash or just run away, if they are able to get into her, I think even if she does have Seeker's Arm Guard, she's gonna die, just because they have so much damage between the two of them coming out right away.
Fair argument.
I think her better bet is just gonna be to get a lot of AP early on and maybe not go the Athenes. Maybe just get some mana pop and try to go straight into like DFG or something right away.
Just blow the girl up.
Yeah, I used to do something kind of similar to that season 3 with Syndra. I think that worked really well in a lot of AD lanes.
I don't know. We'll see what she decides to go with. Definitely going to be a very scary lane.
You guys did touch on it briefly. Are still going to hold to it that Vayne and Thresh will outscale the Blitzcrank and Graves? Especially
Well, obviously,
Vayne.
Obviously, Vayne does outscale Graves. As far as who wins this lane, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Vayne actually might have the advantage in lane, despite her being the notoriously weaker early game champ. Because Thresh is a lot stronger than Blitz in lane, assuming he doesn't land hooks.
Yeah, I kind of look at this as the same as that Syndra Riven matchup almost. If Graves can go all in right away, he has an advantage on Vayne. But if they're just kind of sitting back farming and maybe poke each other a little tiny bit, Vayne is just going to outscale him, and Vayne's not going to like get demolished in lane or anything. So it really depends on Blitz and Thresh, who's able to make the plays there. Blitz can do something crazy early on and get Graves ahead, then he's going to do a lot better.
Yeah, definitely a support-oriented lane going on there.
Yep.
But in the jungle, which we haven't really touched on, we've got Lee and Kha'Zix. Both kind of heavy ganking junglers, not really the type that just farm till 6.
It really depends on the player too. Lee Sin gets played completely differently by like every single player who plays him. A lot of people tend to go for ganks a lot right away. I think a lot of the better players tend to actually farm a bit more before they go in for ganks, and I don't know quite why that is.
I mean,
I think
getting level 6 on Lee is definitely huge. It makes your ganks way more effective. So I could see why people would want. Okay, I might be eating, but I could see why they're almonds. I'm hungry, but yeah, I could see why getting to 6 as fast as possible would be a priority for a lot of Lee players. At the same time, you also kind of want to take advantage of your early damage and gank potential, so it's kind of a trade-off you kind of have to make.
Yeah, I think it tends to be more jungle focused. Like you'll go for counter jungling and killing the enemy jungler more so than ganking, just because if you mess up early on Lee and you do like fail a gank and maybe die out of it, just because you have all that mobility to get into them, you might be a little overconfident.
Right.
That's really gonna screw you over.
Yep.
Kha'Zix, on the other hand, I think most people tend to try to gank really quickly with him. I actually like to farm maybe to like 5 or so. 6 if lanes aren't doing too bad. Just because you get that invisibility, you get the extra range on E. It's just going to make your gank so much more powerful and being able to get that out quicker. I like. I'm not a good jungler though, so I wouldn't be the person.
Oh, you didn't even have to tell us that.
Oh, Chris.
What's going on?
Just nomming on some almonds. Chris Hansen.
They're the greatest. Anywho, well, I mean, why I try gives you time to do some things, so.
This is true.
Yep, it's one of the perks of the potato computer. Anywho, everyone is at 100, so any second, there we go. Kha'Zix sporting that Champion of the Sand or whatever it's called, Shurima skin thingy. So, nice pickup by him.
I'm not sure I quite like the look of that skin.
Really?
Yeah, it just kind of looks like some sort of beetle from Aladdin or something.
Alrighty, I'm gonna have to talk to you after the stream, but anywho, Vane's got the Heart Seeker. That good enough for you?
Yeah.
All right,
Definitely.
good.
Red team is what I like to call Team Foreskin. They got four
Right.
skins on their team, so it's
Makes
a good
sense.
one. In blue, we
Yep.
can just.
Cho went with the flask. I'm making the calls, but
Yeah.
one thing
that is what I suggested last game. I think that's
Really?
a better idea for top. And he's selling them back. Maybe.
Oh wow, he
doing
changed his
something else.
mind.
I think he's just taunting us.
Wouldn't surprise me. Okay, there we go.
Okay, he's buying it again.
He
All
made
right.
the smart decision.
All right.
One thing I did not anticipate, however, was Teemo doing the same exact thing. I don't know if
That
he
is
just-
a little weird.
It's making me think maybe he's going mid. He is running that direction. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I could easily see it. Just Riven going mid is less likely than Teemo, I suppose, and I guess we should have kind of anticipated that.
Oh, yep, that is what happened.
Okay.
So, interesting. They're all. Oh my god, we might have a little action here. If Teemo runs out of that brush, Blitz will see him and possibly go for a hook.
I think Blitz is going to run up
We
first.
have a stare off.
I definitely think Blitz is going to come out of here first. They're going to try to go for this invaded, and it's going to be 5v4.
This could get ugly.
So there's no telling what's going to happen. Red team's probably going to get the jump on Blue.
Fluffles looks like he's dipping. That's going to turn to a 5v3. Oh, here they go, and Fluffles is gone. 5v3
Oh,
This is
here comes
bad for Red
Let's
team.
see, Lance,
Oh,
look
no.
on to example.
He's
Gets
gone,
him, and
so.
he's gone.
Oh.
Instantly killed.
Not even close. Didn't even bother flashing. Not one summoner burned on either side, if that gives you an idea of how, not even close that kill was. So,
Everyone on blue getting a part of that.
oh man, they just raked in 400 gold lead, which is how much a First Blood used to be back in the day. Now, obviously, that didn't hurt them as much as it would have a year ago.
I think we're First Blood's 500 gold in Season 1.
Really?
I think they were.
Yeah, something
That'd
like
be a little bonkers. Wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Wow.
Makes
Riven going
Riven
crazy level 1.
Going really hard on to why I tried dealing almost half his health bar, half the heal.
Yeah, but he took way
It's a
more
lot of mini damage.
back, and he doesn't have as many potions.
Not even close. This lane is looking good for what I tried so far. Meanwhile, Gank in the mid lane.
Mr. Fluffle's already really low. Insanity not able to land with that Sonic Wave.
Oh, but here comes Blitz. Oh, he got the hook, but he
Lands
doesn't
hook
have
on,
E
Fluffles
yet.
doesn't have E yet. Well, Fluffles will just walk away.
Man,
Holy
they are
cow.
beating on this Teemo.
Well, where is this going to leave bottom lane, having Graves soloing Thresh and Vayne?
Does not look like he's having a good time down there. But
But he
Blitz
is.
is going for more trolls.
Trying to stop Kha'Zix from in
Oh,
farm.
Teemo's like, get the heck out of here. Oh, is he going to get hooked for it, though? Oh my
Kha'Zix is
god,
gonna have
nice dodge by
a hard
Fluffle.
time jungling. Look at this, he's almost dead.
What is going on with that guy? Oh no, well he didn't get much of a leash, that's for sure.
Oh,
I haven't got any of a leash
Yeah. Also had to
comes
worry
up
about
for getting
Blitz.
a hook.
from
Nope.
Sailor the Emperor. Gets a hook onto Sky Spawns. Makes Birdie getting collapsed in her by Sinsanity. The slow goes and got the
Oh,
flash over the
wow.
wall. Flash over from Sinsanity. Lockup is on
Where's she going? She's behind
Nature's
enemy
Burden.
lines here.
behind enemy lines. Not likely to make an escape. Another Sonic Wave into Resonating Strike from Sinsanity. Slaying Shot is collapsing. Makes Jordan trying to run for it, but he will fall to Sinsanity.
I guess her goal there was to keep Cho from getting the assist, which ultimately failed.
No, it's succeeded.
Oh, just already had an assist from the.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that. Whoopsie daisies. Alrighty. So nice play by Riven then. I guess.
Yeah, but Lee is still gonna get really far ahead from all of this. Kha'Zix is still level 2,
Oh.
scraping by, leeching XP from top lane, which is gonna get him a little bit faster than doing jungle camps.
Yeah,
but
Lee Sin had stolen
Cho
away his
shut
red
them
buff.
up with that silence
Mr.
there.
Fluffle's going low. The
Uh-oh.
Ignite is ticking. The autos. One more Q. Slaying Shot with the flash
Oh.
Q.
That was
We'll
brutal.
take him down.
so
Yep.
yeah,
For
Emo's not gonna.
example, Sinsanity's back for more. He fails his jump. One more Resonating Strike. Doesn't have it.
Jeez. Is he going to go for him here,
A
though?
Sonic Wave.
Oh, wow! That was close. Huh.
Direct to
Big
camera.
back. He's
Looked
going
like
for it
he
again.
should
He's
let
going
go.
for it
They
again.
need to kill him here.
Not
Oh,
gonna
that's
land.
interesting. Riven's trying to, protect her buddy here.
Syndra might be coming up too.
Oh, here she comes.
Oh, Vayne getting pulled in bottom lane. Looks like Graves is going to go in on her. Might
Nature's
be
Python going really low. Example, getting stopped by Insanity. He's going to dive him under the turret. Will he get him? Yes, he will. But the red buff and double buff goes over to Riven.
Wow.
Cho'Gath not going to be too happy about that.
I would assume not, Fozz. That is a very scary Riven right now.
Yeah, he is out of mana other than he has 3 flask stacks still. So he could get some bad.
Oh,
Riven going in with the red, but does not land the stun. Gonna use his shield to get closer. Red buff slowing. Wyatt Troy gonna have to back off.
Yeah, she gives him a nice little slapping around there. Chunks him to about 40%. She shouldn't have the same amount of health, too. She should be really careful. He does not want to give up that double buff.
Gonna stun. He's
Please,
quite
they're gonna
low.
come get it back here. Yep, running straight
Bloody
top.
Small is trying to look for an angle to get a hook on a Matrix Python. Gets condemned into the wall.
Here comes a little sneak in top lane, trying to reclaim some double buff action. I think she sees it. Yep. Whoa, wow. Wow.
Knocked up. The Q not gonna land. The silence almost enough. Insanity.
Yeah,
Unpredictable here. Gonna look for the dive. Yeah, and
Deja vu going up.
Matrix Burden just running away.
Does not have a ward.
Example coming in from the back. He get some damage. He's only level 3.
Yeah, he cannot mess with this Lee right now.
Yeah, and Cho'Gath pushing the wave in. They might be able to dive him. Nah, they're not gonna go for it.
Yeah, he seems pretty safe, although I tried to just land another
Sky
Q.
Small's getting locked into another wall by the Condemned.
Ouchie.
Python not locked, just stuffing him whenever he tries to get close.
You got to give props to Graves, though, coming back after being in a 1v2 scenario for quite some time at the beginning of that game there. Let's kind of threw him under the bus. But he's managed to completely equalize this bot lane. Not sure that
getting caught out by Insanity. Gonna have to jump away. Walmart Resonating Strike might be enough, but doesn't have the Sonic
not
Wave.
quite enough.
No.
Mr. Fawful's taking a lot of pain in this mid lane. Down.
And Syndra's 6 now and has her ult, so Teemo definitely cannot afford to make any mistakes here.
She has Ignite coming up in like maybe 8 or 9 seconds here. So, she decides to go for a kill. Lee's coming in to help his friend. Huh.
Lee only level 4.
Yeah, and Teemo's already playing really scared, so there's not really much potential here. Oh, yeah, she's
there's
He is down.
not even
Slaying
close.
shot, easy kill. Mr. Rebel's putting himself on a plate for slaying shot there.
Yeah.
Teemo stew. Like it.
Not a good place for this Teemo to be, especially considering he started Flash, so he kind of put himself behind at the beginning. And he's still getting smashed. That is not good.
Luckily for Cho'Gath, Riven was not able to convert on those double buffs.
Yep, so they have officially ticked off without any casualties. So nice hanging on there.
Oh, Blitzcrank getting a hook on a Matrix Python, getting blown up by the Graves burst. Insanity gonna pick up the kill at the last hit.
Yep. I mean, that was a nice hook by Mr. Scotty there.
And going in onto Y, trying to do as much damage as possible. Just hit 6. One more goes with ultimate. Might be enough, but I think Cho'Gath with the flask will be able to sustain up.
It'll be interesting to see whether he tries to start getting his stacks up or wants to save his ult for some kill potential on the Riven. I don't know. It was kind of a decision I had be making last game when I was playing.
Insanity has got his ultimate, trying to get on.
Oh, the flash Q!
Lands the kill. So slows him down, gonna knock him in the slaying shot.
Oh, Fluffles, no.
Sinsanity picks up another kill, 5-1-0 on this Lee Sin.
Fluffles is just getting abused in this mid lane right here as Teemo.
Makes a bird, flashes onto Wyatt Try, trying to dive this Cho'Gath. The flash from Wyatt Try. The ultimate from Riven, not gonna
Wyatt Try did not have ult up because he used it to get a stack. It just came up. If he had it there, he probably would have got a kill.
Yeah, I think he was trying to flash over the Riven ult.
He can get the knock up. No, we cannot get the knock up.
Wasn't even needed though.
Interesting there. Yeah, it wasn't even needed.
If Riven gets knocked up, she likely will fall.
She's got the ult.
He's not in range.
Yeah,
that's the kill for Wyatt Try.
I was gonna say it wasn't smart to W her because it stopped him from getting close enough for the ult, but then he ended up catching up to her anyway. So
slow from Rupture was enough.
I guess so.
We're
Almost
10 minutes in this game. Blue team with the 3,000 gold lead. A lot of the money onto Insanity's Lee Sin.
Yep. I mean, I don't think Vayne is...
Oh, in the mid lane, Mr. Fluffle is living with just a sliver of HP. Slaying shot ulting him. Gonna force him out of lane again. Almost
Well,
a 50 CS lead for Slaying Shot.
yeah, that is just getting out of control at this point. Fluffles just cannot even be in lane anymore against Syndra. It's getting to the point where if she lands a stun, he's a gonzo. So, I don't know. The one saving grace that Purple's got going on right now is this. Oh, maybe not.
Hook onto Vayne. Vayne getting absolutely bursted by this bottom lane. The burst combo too strong. One false move and she goes down.
That is
well,
exactly
they
what
eat
Graves
my words.
do. Yeah, Graves definitely just needs to keep going all in on this Vayne for him to keep his lead ahead.
Yeah, that's how you beat Vayne. You just kind of burst her in one hit before she gets time to start ulting and outmaneuvering you. And oh, Thresh gets hooked too.
Another buckshot. All 3 bullets land. Zale the Emperor is bound to go down. Woolly Cow is 2-0-2 now on this Graves.
Yep. Molly's showing us his AD carry mechanics.
Yeah, you could say that Wooly took advantage of Zayler's bad positioning.
Alright, Freak. Freak literally.
That's not a cow. So, fail.
Right. Wool is from sheep.
Yes.
Oh, now I'm getting it.
I'm getting it, but it's a cow. At the end of the day.
Okay, well, I guess you could say Zayler moved to the wrong spot.
Oh my god, he doesn't stop.
He doesn't. There we go.
You were asking for it.
I was asking for it. I was lobbing it up for you.
What the people wanted.
Yes.
Blue team, pretty much all lanes are losing at this point. They really need something to turn it back. Insanity does not get the Sonic Week on to Teemo. Teemo just gonna scoot himself away.
Yeah.
Woolly Cow is jumping
out of there.
Woolly Cow getting aggressive, that's for sure.
Sky Smalls not be able to land the hook onto Matrix Python.
Yeah.
Gets the silence for a nice little chunk of damage.
Chucking Vayne by himself there, yeah. Ooh.
Insanity coming in.
I don't know about this.
Away. He's gonna go down to the turret.
Oh, but it doesn't stop yet.
Insanity going in onto Zayla the Emperor. Zayla the Emperor gonna go down to Woolly Cow. Now Matrix Python has to juke the hook and flash away.
Matrix pulling some moves. I mean, if you don't really need to dodge the hook if you plan on flashing anyway. You can kind of just flash the hook, but I mean, it got him out, so who cares?
Frank might be just running under this turret pretty soon.
Yeah.
No, doesn't look like they're going for it.
I mean, it looks like they're just going to keep sieging here. They got Fluffles and Vayne trying to defend, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to do much. Fluffles putting down those AP Teemo shrooms, which are doing a decent job clearing the wave, but not enough. Blitz going ham. Oh, wow.
Just going to get the knock up.
By Vayne really puts her...
Guts it on Zilla the Emperor, though. Zilla the Emperor going to go low. Going to have to flash out of there. Going in the mid lane now. It's Insanity going in onto Example. Lands the Sonic Wave. Gets the Resident Evil Trade. One more auto attack will take him down.
Yeah, that Lee build is just giving him buttloads of damage right now. I did not see that much.
Yeah, you have the Tiamat.
Yeah, I don't think Example expected that either. He just gets
hook from Zayla the Emperor. Gets knocked to the wall by Matrix Python. Matrix Python trying to go in onto Woolly Cow. Has to flash away. Since Sanity is there, the Lantern, though, keeps Vayne safe.
Yeah. Surprised Vayne didn't
Insanity getting kicked away. Gets absolutely melted by the Lee Sin.
Jeez.
But falls to the turret. Matrix Python picking up that kill. Zayla the Emperor going to go down a Slaying Shot.
Misses the hook there. That is unfortunate.
Pretty much like watching China.
It's Dark Passage versus Samsung White going on here.
Yeah.
Scotty Smalls glance the hook. The burst from Syndra takes him down.
This is a
Fluffles with the Ignite will take down Scotty Smalls.
Poor Scotty.
So there is a beat for Teemo players out there now.
Yeah, it's safe to say Teemo might be making a little retirement in the Sirius Gaming community. Anyhow.
Jordan comes middle, trying to pick up something for the red team. Gonna pick up the middle turret.
Okay, we're onto something here. Getting him within 7k cold.
Example getting knocked up. Why? Trying to silence him.
Oh, wow.
Auto attacks. He can take him down. Knock in pursuit, though. Matrix Burden gonna find Insanity. He's really squishy. The is flashed by Insanity. Matrix Burden, though, gonna clean it up with the shield and Q in.
The flash, but
Zayla the Emperor going really low to Woolly Cow trying to get the ultimate get off and will kill.
Lee messed up the flash there, but it actually helped him more than it hurt him, because if he did flash over the wall, the Riven ult would have killed him.
Oh, but Grace is going ham.
Trying to go on to Matrix Python, gonna get condemned away.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Nice decision there by Matrix.
And there's a
Get-
70 CS lead in mid lane.
Oh no, that is extraordinary to say the least. Why I try to get a TP, but Riffin's got the W. Can she land it?
No! Gets out of there alive.
This is why I try playing games right now.
He's playing video games.
Is that what we're doing?
I think
Alrighty.
that's what we're doing. I don't know what you guys are doing, but
I thought I was making a sandwich.
yeah.
Some almonds, but
Yeah.
wow.
I prefer Miracle Whip to mayonnaise. I think we established this yesterday.
I believe so. Well, Blitz running around here.
Insanity starting up the dragon. First dragon of the game, 15 minutes in the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's just sheer negligence out of the blue team. They could have taken that thing anytime they felt like. Guess they didn't see it necessary, but doubt it's going to matter at this point. They're up 8k gold.
Yeah, so
Taylor
Blitz has an
the other-
easy ball. Although I don't.
Oh,
he didn't have.
slaying shot with the
Did you-
burst. I didn't even see that coming, guys.
Not taking any
Oh my
chances.
goodness.
Just loving that guy up. Might have been a little bit overkill. Maybe could have taken him out with a QW, but doesn't want to mess around with it. Just takes him out instantly with the ult.
Not a huge cooldown anyway. It's already a fourth of the way back up. So.
Yeah, Dean's helping her out there.
Yeah.
But blue buff is standing right now for purple team.
Mr. Fuffles incognito.
Oh, do they know?
Is not the hero that red team.
Oh, they're gonna. Oh God, Fluffles.
he's taking
That's
damage.
No.
I think it was on accident. Yeah, they didn't even know.
Matrix Python gonna go down this bottom lane. Insanity with that full damage. Lee Sin absolutely shredding people.
Yeah, he is destroying right now, and he can get away with building like that with how far ahead the blue team is right now.
Oh, why try getting
Matrix
jumped on
Bird,
by
an example.
Riven?
Yeah.
Gonna get absolutely nommed. It goes down. Mr. Fuffles goes down to Sinsanity. Sail the Emperor gonna fall to slaying
Yeah.
shot.
This is just overkill. Every lane just absolutely crushed, which was not even close to needed. Like, mid would have carried just fine if every other lane tied, but nope, every lane just completely dominated. Which kind of resulted in a complete mess for the purple team here. This game over shortly.
Yeah.
Matrix Python has to flash. The Blitzkrieg don't think that would have landed. Taking it safe
Yeah.
and sorry.
I suppose so. You can never be too safe at this point. But, yeah, Lee clearing those walls instantly with that Hydra. Oh my gosh,
Oh, fine. Sailor the Emperor
Look, I've seen
walking
him miss-
around.
Ooh.
I
Sailor trying
don't think he even had vision of him. Matrix Burden thinking, oh my god, just get absolutely 100-0'd by Cho'Gath and Syndra.
Yeah, that is a painful combination right now. Oh, do it, Lee! Yes!
He goes in, takes a kill.
Get out! He
Dashes
warjumps
to the
out
ward.
of the
He's gonna go down though.
Oh, that wasn't a
Kha'Zix-
war jump. It was already there, so
I would
Didn't-
say that was definitely worth.
everything's worth at this point.
Everything's worth when you're Lee Sin.
Yes, that is the rule. Things have somewhat quieted down for now. Graves just hit a shroom, which chunked him to about 70%. I can't imagine how much damage those team mushrooms would be doing if Fluffles was huge right now, because a 1 in 5, 64 CS Fluffles just chunked Graves pretty decently with a shroom there. That is just stupid.
Yeah.
That champion.
That's after the nerfs back in the day.
It is ridiculous. Anywho, example, stopping why I try. Ooh.
Amble getting knocked up. Takes a reasonable
There.
amount of damage, 70% health now.
Yeah.
80% I'd say actually.
Why I
So blue is pushing in all their lanes, and maybe they'll try to make a play on Baron here just to try to end this up, or maybe they'll just go for more kills.
tried. I mean, it would be hard to dive if it weren't for the fact that why I tries.
Burden coming in, gonna get shot by the ball.
Oh,
Gonna have
wow.
to run away. Crank is in. He's gonna hook Zilly up. The double hook.
Oh,
Gonna
they're
go.
bailing
Oh,
on
and
Taylor. Oh my
Sinsanity absolutely
gosh.
gonna blow him up.
They just left the weak there. No attempt to avenge their comrade, and they just completely bail on Zaylor.
It is nearly a 14,000 gold lead.
That is true. I do not blame them at this point for. Oh my God! This
Oh, the flash hook not gonna land. Gonna hit a minion. Mr. Buffalo's getting out with his life.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a matter of time at this point. Finally, blue is doing some decent grouping. Why? I try's kind of lagging behind. He does have TP, though, so...
Sky Small sees a Riven, gonna go for her.
Oh,
Not gonna
wow,
land the
nice
hook.
little sidestep by the Riven there.
It looks like Lee was trying to set up for an insect earlier, but
Oh,
was
wow.
quite a position.
Oh, that
Matrix Burden
damage,
deals a
though.
lot of damage.
Oh my
Sailor, the upper
God.
goes down. Matrix Burden gonna dodge out the Sonic Wave. Oh, but Mr. Pummels get hooked. He's gonna go down.
This is obliteration.
And now Stunt Insanity goes in deep.
This guy's
Picks up
going
the kill.
nuts! The triple!
A triple kill. Can he get the quadra kill?
baby.
Graves picks
He
up
did
the
it.
kill.
Oh, what a scumbag. Okay,
Well, I try with the Frozen Heart, the 6 stacks, and
that was insane.
the Rodovage is gonna just tank up the turret, only at half after taking so many shots.
Crap at this point. Lee almost 1v2'd Riven and what's-her-face as a jungler. That is not something you see very often.
And purple team surround, so
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Oh, that's surrender.
Oh, a very one-sided game there. Strong showing by the blue team.
I think I broke spectator.
the game ended without a result.
Oh no, you got that too. Okay.
A
It
result.
looks. I guess nobody wins. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Blue team with the
team
victory
wins.
there, guys.
Really? I don't know. Definitely
GG
an
was close.
interesting game. Yeah, everything just spiraled out of control. It wasn't any crazy team play coming out of the blue team. It was just sheer out mechanicking going on in every lane.
Lee Sin definitely showing up. Huge presence in all the lanes.
He did indeed have quite an impact. Didn't do many assisting, to be honest.
Yeah, mostly just took the kills.
He's a
And,
gas machine that game, and he put it to
ran
good use though.
yeah, definitely.
So, well played, well played.
I think the key factor for Lee Sin was having Blitzcrank really slow down Kha'Zix and allowed him to steal the red buff away.
Yeah. That definitely put Kha'Zix way behind. And
Yeah, and considering the bot lane wasn't able to capitalize that on red side, and kind of made things really bad for them.
they didn't get much done during Blitzcrank's trolling episode in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I think they froze the lane there, which was the mistake, because they didn't notice Blitz was out right away.
Yeah, it's definitely not a strategy you see too often. That realm
Yeah.
gave Fluffles a hard time, then trolled Example a little bit, just caused some mayhem in the first couple minutes of that game. So, nice game.
Definitely.
We got a hashtag DP win by the Senpai. That's too